Hello, everyone. Welcome to our English lesson for this week. Our lesson is going to be on time. But before we start, I want us to have an ice-breaking session. So I'm going to ask you just a few questions, okay? So the first question is, how many hours are in one day? A, 19 hours, B, 24 hours, C, 12 hours, or D, 26 hours? The answer is 24 hours, B. Okay, second question. How many days are in 1 week? A, 13 days. B, 9 days. C, 14 days. Or D, 7 days. The answer is D, 7 days. We have 7 days in 1 week. We start from Sunday all the way up to Saturday. All right, the last question. How many months are in 1 year? A, 12 months. B, 9 months. C, 15 months. Or D, 8 months. What do you think is the answer? Okay, A, 12 months. There are 12 months in 1 year. We start from January, February, March, leading up all the way to December. All right, now we will learn how to tell time using the 12-hour format. And we'll also learn how to use AM and PM. At the top right corner, we have a watch. You wear this on your wrist. But for this lesson, we are going to focus on using a clock. This is a clock. On every clock, we have a shorthand. This is a shorthand arrow, and it is used when you want to tell what hour it is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 12. Then, of course, we have the longhand arrow. The long hand arrow helps you to tell how many minutes have passed in that hour. So we start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30, all the way up to 59 minutes. And when you get to 60 minutes, it means that you would have clocked another full hour, okay? All right, so let's start with our examples. Using this clock, our shorthand arrow is pointing at 1. This is the hour. And then the longhand arrow is pointing at 3. For the longhand arrow, remember you have to count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. So can you tell me what time it is? Using this clock, the time is 1:15. But wait, there are different ways to tell time. So we said that you can tell that the time is 1:15, but you can also tell time by starting with the minutes. You can identify the minutes first, and you can say that it is 15 minutes past 1. Or you can also say that it is 1:15. Why 1:15? Because in 1 hour, we have 60 minutes, and 15 over 60 is a quarter. So using this clock, you can tell time in 3 different ways. You can say that it is 1:15, or it's 15 past 1, or it's 1:15, okay? All right, next example. Using this clock, the shorthand is pointing at 10. This is the hour. And then the longhand is pointing at 2. But again, remember, for the longhand, we have to count from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the time is 10:10 or 10 past 10. All right, good job. Now, the last example. For this clock, there are also two ways for you to tell the time. We'll start with the shorthand. The shorthand is not pointing at 11, neither is it pointing at 12. So the first way to tell time is by pointing at 11. You can still say it's 11. And how many minutes have passed the hour 11? We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So the time is 11:40. The other format that you can use when you want to tell time is to round off the next hour which the shorthand will point at, which means that will be 12. How many minutes are there before it is 12 o'clock? We have 5, 10, 15, 20, which means it's also 20 minutes to 12. There are 20 minutes before it's 12 o'clock. Again, remember, there are two ways to tell time. It's 11:40 or it's 20 to 12. Now, when you are talking about time, you need to be able to identify whether it's AM or PM. This means that when it's midnight up until 12 o'clock in the afternoon, we use AM. And when it's after 12 in the afternoon up until 11:59 in the evening, we use PM. For example, 3 in the morning is also considered 3 a.m. And then 6 in the evening is also known as 6 p.m. And then 9 in the morning is also considered 9 a.m. So when it's after midnight up until 11:59 in the morning, we use AM. And then when it's 12 midday up until 11:59 in the evening, we use PM. For the first activity here, I want you to tell me whether it is AM or PM. I have given you the time. Here it's 6:25. Here it's 11:40, and here it's 1:15. Can you tell me whether it's AM or PM? Remember, AM means it's after midnight up until 11:59 in the morning, and PM means midday from 12 o'clock in the afternoon up until 11:59 in the evening, okay? So is this 6:25 a.m. or p.m.? Based on the picture, what do you think? And then is this 11:40 a.m. or p.m.? Based on the picture, what do you think? And lastly, is this 1:15 a.m. or p.m.? If you're looking at the picture, what do you think? All right, so the answers are it's 6:25 a.m. because you have breakfast in the morning. So that means it's a.m. It's 6:25 a.m. For the second one, this is 11:40 p.m. in the evening. It's 11:40 in the evening, 11:40 p.m. What about the last one? If it's in the afternoon and it's 1 o'clock, what do you think it is, a.m. or p.m.? It's p.m. This is 1:15 p.m. It's in the afternoon, okay? It's not in the morning. If it were morning, it would be 1:15 a.m. But this is in the afternoon, so it's 1:15 p.m. All right, now, when you are having a conversation, you should be able to greet someone based on the time of day. For example, if it's between 4 a.m. and 11:59 a.m., you can greet someone by saying, "Good morning." And then if it's between 12 midday and 4:59 p.m., you can greet someone by saying, "Good afternoon." And then when it's between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m., you can greet someone by saying, "Good evening." But for the last one, for this one, when it's between 9 p.m. and 4 a.m., you do not greet someone. You actually use it to say you are going to sleep. Therefore, you say good night. So you use good morning, good afternoon, and good evening when you want to greet someone. But you use good night when you're actually going to sleep. Okay? Now, for your homework, for your second activity, I would like you to tell me what time it is using all these clocks, all right? Please do not worry whether it's AM or PM. I just want you to tell me what time it is. So I have done an example for you. For the example, the shorthand arrow is pointing at 3. So this is the hour. And then the longhand arrow is pointing at 12, which means we have completed a full hour. Therefore, the time is 3 o'clock. Do not worry whether it's AM or PM. I just want you to tell me what time it is, okay? I have given you some answers, but in the answer box, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 choices. In the actual worksheet, I only need you to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answers, which means you will not use all the choices you have in the box. You only need to give me 8 of them, okay? So I've given you the first example, which is 3 o'clock. Now it's your turn to complete the other examples, okay? All right, so good luck completing the homework. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and see you again next time. Bye.